Hey guys, we're back with the Real Numbers course. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about fractions bigger than 1. So let's get right... I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm being told right now, is this for real this time? Okay. For real? Guys, we take you now to the Math Core News Network studios for this breaking report.
Rocky Stone's here with a special report. This just in. The police answered a call from the local convent about a strange object circling overhead. This is for real this time. When the officer arrived, he asked the Mother Superior what kind of object it was. She said she couldn't say. The officer said that's okay, he'll just put it down as a non-identified flying object. You suckers! I got you again!
Okay, in our last lesson, we talked about mixed numbers, and we've got those squarely under our belts. We understand those. A number like 2 9/10 is just simply the number 2 and 9/10 more. That's it. We got those. We understand that. But it brings up a really important related issue. What do you think we mean by the number 7/4? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the bars. The bars have been super helpful in understanding these numbers so far. All right, well, 7/4. Let's take a bar, divide it up into 4 equal pieces. Let's do fourths. And, well, if we take all of those, we have 4/4. That means we need 3 more fourths, right? We're looking for 7. So let's get another bar. I guess if we want more fourths, we need another bar. So there's another bar. Let's divide it up into 4 equal pieces. And now we need 3 more, right? So we had 4 of them. 5, 6, 7/4. There we go. All right, we got 7/4. But if you look at what we've got, take a look. It's really the same as 1 and 3/4. 7/4 is just 1 and 3/4. Cool. All right, so that's just sort of like a different view of that mixed number that we know so well, 1 and 3/4. 7/4. Gotcha. Okay, here, let's try another one just to be sure. 19/7. Okay, using the bars. 7 equal pieces. I guess we'll keep all those. So we got 7/7. Ooh, we need a lot more. So let's get another bar. Divide it up into 7 equal pieces, and we'll keep that. So let's see, we got 7/7. 7 more 7, so it's 14/7. We need 5 more, don't we? 5 more. Let's get a bar, 7 equal pieces, and keep 5 more. All right, guys, to me, and I hope to you as well, it looks like we got 2 and 5/7. There we go. 19/7 is just 2 and 5/7. We're going to refer to 19/7 as a fraction. Makes sense, right? A fraction bigger than 1. It's pretty clear that that's bigger than 1, right? It's 2 and 5/7, so it's bigger than 2 even. So it's actually going to be kind of better to use that fraction bigger than 1 form than mixed numbers in the future, but we'll get to that later. It's a pretty cool form of that number, 19/7. Now, the tip-off to know that you're dealing with a fraction bigger than 1 just on first sight is that the numerator is bigger than the denominator, right? That's what's creating that, making that fraction be bigger than 1. All right? All right, try this one. How about this one? Here's a fraction. It's bigger than 1 for sure. Look at that numerator. It's bigger than the denominator. If we go to the bars real fast, there's a bar. We're doing fourths, so fourths, keep all 4 of those. I need some more because we're looking for 8. So here's another bar, 4 equal pieces. We had 4, we want 8, so I guess we're going to need 4 more. We're actually going to need, okay, all of those 4. So, whoa, 8/4 is really just 2. Looks like we got 2 full bars there, right? So 8/4 equals 2. Whoa, wait a minute. Are you noticing something? 8/4 is 2, but 8 divided by 4 is 2 also. Man, that is a pretty important connection. Maybe we should jot that down. This is a huge fact. Fractions correspond to division. Ooh, that's a big one, okay? Make sure that's in your notes. That's a big fact. Fractions correspond to division. So when you see A over B, it's really the same as A divided by B, okay? Here, let's check this out. Let's make sure. Like 15 fifths. So 15 over 5, or 15 fifths, that's the same as 15 divided by 5. Well, I know that that's 3, right? And you do too. So here, let's just check it out. What can we use to see if this makes sense? Bars, love it, love it. Did you get new glasses or something? I like those. I like those. Are they for reading and far away stuff? No. Did you get that covering that makes it not, there's no glare or anything? That's sweet. What's your prescription? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's get back to this. So 15 fifths. Let's go to the bars. So there's one bar. 5 equal pieces. Keep all 5 of them. Get another bar because we're going for 15 fifths. So 5, let's keep all those. Now we got 10 fifths. We need one more bar, and that's going to give us the last 5 we need. Look at that. 15 fifths really is 3. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. That tells us what we have right away. That's beautiful. Wait a minute. You know what? There's a sequel to that huge fact. If fractions really do correspond to division, then we get this other thing that's going to turn out to be really helpful later on. 8 over 1. That just has to be 8, right? Because 8 divided by 1 is 8. Any number divided by 1 is itself. So 8 over 1 has to be 8. And same thing for like 273 over 1. That's got to be 273. Well, it goes the other way too. If you take a number like 17, that's got to be 17 over 1 in fraction form. So that's going to turn out to be pretty helpful to us moving forward. So just keep that in your back pocket for a little while. Okay. Let's go back to the original problem, the original thing that we looked at, 7/4, that number. Let's convert 7/4 into a whole number or a mixed number. But let's not go to the bars. Let's just use this new connection with division, okay? So let me write this down. 7/4 really corresponds to 7 divided by 4. So let's do that. Let's do that division. So 7 divided by 4. All right, well, 4 goes into 7 one time, right? So we subtract that off and we get 3. Now, way back when we were little, we would write 7 divided by 4 as 1 remainder 3. Remember doing that? Look at R3. All right, well, we know what that 3 is meaning now. It turns out that that's 1 and 3/4. Fourths. That's what's happening here. So what we're seeing is 7/4 equals 1 and 3/4, which we knew, right, from our work with the bars at the beginning of this lesson. So just to make sure you're seeing all the pieces, here's our 1, right? And we see that there. Okay? And then when we had that left over, the remainder, that 3, well, that became the numerator in our fraction part. So 1 and 3, and then of course fourths. We were talking fourths from the get-go. So what we were dividing by just goes there. Okay? Sorry, it's a little colorful, but you can see all the parts there when you're doing the division, how they play out. All right, very nice. How about this? Let's take a moment to do 26/3. Let's convert it, this fraction bigger than 1. Let's convert it either into, however it works out, a whole number or a mixed number, okay? And let's do it with division. Tell you what, if you want to stop here, this is a good place. You can do that. If you want to work through it together, that's cool. I'll be here either way, and I'll go through it if you come back. Okay, well, 26/3, we know what that means. We got to take 26. We need to divide it by 3. So let's see, that goes in 8 times. So 8 times 3 is 24, right? With a remainder of 2. So it's going to be 2. Good. Thirds, right, 2/3. So our answer is going to be 8 and 2/3. Okay, that's what 26/3 is as a, in this case, mixed number. All right. Well, can we go the other way? You bet. I'm glad you asked. Well, what if we had this mixed number 3 and 5/6 and we want to convert it into a fraction? Well, clearly this is going to be a fraction bigger than 1. Look at the whole number. It's 3 and 5/6. So it's bigger than 3. Of course, it's bigger than 1. So when all is said and done, we better be looking at a fraction greater than 1. And here's how we're going to do it. Well, let's use our bars to see. You might know a quick process, but let me just show you the bars here. So what we're trying to figure out is 3 and 5/6 is some number of sixths, right? Well, if you go to the bars, there's 3, there's the 3, and then 5/6, there we go. That's the mixed number, 3 and 5/6. If we now divide everything up into sixths, there we go. Take a look now. Look at how many sixths we have. In that first bar, full bar, we have 6 sixths. In the second full bar, we also have 6 sixths more. And then 6 sixths there. And then lastly, 5 sixths. Well, if you notice, we really have 3 times 6, 6. 3 times 6. And then that many 6. And then we're going to add the 5. So 3 times 6 is 18, 6, plus 5 more is 23. And I want you to see this here. Here's the 3 times 6, just in the numbers, or here it is here in the bars. Okay, so 3 times 6, and then we got to add on those other 5. All right, so 3 times 6 is 18, plus 5 is 23. Game over. All right, there we go. Very nice. Tell you what, since we're here and we've got the mixed numbers from our last lesson and the fractions bigger than 1 from this lesson, let's put them on the number line together. Let's have them take their places. So the number 4 and 3/8, this is something you guys did in our last lesson. 4 and 3/8, you know 3/8 is a little less than 1/2, right? Because 4/8 is 1/2. So 4 and 3/8 is a little less than 4 1/2. Well, let's put it there in its rightful place. And then what if we had a number like 19/5? Okay, well, let's place it on the number line. So we got to figure out where that goes. And probably the easiest way to do it is to write it in its mixed number form or whole number form. So let's do it. If you do the division, and I'll tell you what, this is a good place to pause. If you want to practice converting that into a mixed number, pause here. If you want to just keep going, I'll be here. Okay, so 19 divided by 5, that goes in, how many times there? 3 times, right? With 4 left over. So 19/5 is really 3 and 4/5. Okay, so now 4/5, that's more than 1/2. So 3 and 4/5 is more than 3 1/2, but not 4 though. So let's place it in between 3 1/2 and 4. There we go. Guys, that's it. Game over. We got this. That'll do it for today's lesson in the Real Numbers course. Excellent work today. Keep it up. Keep working hard, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care, everybody.